So welcome to the latest episode of the Havre Save. On this episode, we will do a catch-up of the fixtures that have been played since the last match. We'll do a bit of the January window, and we'll do three matches, which will be Athletic Club, RB Salzburg, and one of Lyon or Nice. So yeah, let's have a quick catch-up first on the last two fixtures. So first, we travelled to Lille, where we lost 6-3. We did take the lead twice in the game and pulled it back from 3-2 down to 3-3. But Lille's quality made it 4-3, and then we went for the win, or to get a goal, sorry, and then, yeah, Lille just took over the match and won comfortably in the end. But we didn't play well, to be fair, so I was quite surprised we actually scored 3 goals, but Mane was exceptional. We then rotated heavily at home in the cup to Stade Brestois. We unfortunately lost 2-1. First half, it was all out, we was dominating the game, and then somehow they took a lead from outside the box and got a second goal. Mane got a consolation, but it was far too late. But again, Mane's a player in form at the moment, so disappointing to go out the cup, but not end of the world. So we've done one bit of business before the transfer window's opened, and that's Timothy Uwama. I've showed him for 1 or 2 episodes that I was kind of interested in getting him, and we have now bought him. He arrives for 6.5 million, which was the release clause. I think that would be a good signing. I just need to work out where he'll fit in though. So whilst I was continuing, it came up that Juventus are looking for a new manager, and I'll just skim read it, and it says I am apparently linked with a job along with Thomas Tuchel. I've not applied for it, but I mean I wouldn't go, but it's quite nice to see already linked with Juventus. They're in ninth place, and we haven't got all our coaching badges yet. We are just we are on our. Is it just? Are we on the B license? No, we've got our B license, so we're studying for the A license. So that's what that means. Okay. So quite nice to be linked with a club like Juventus already. Like, I don't think I've seen my name yet being linked with a job, but to be linked with Juventus is quite flattering, I'll say. But I think we'll stay put. But it'll be rude not to go speak to Juventus. One other potential signing is for the summer. Bayat Likuri from Lawson Sport in Switzerland, I believe. Switzerland, yep. His name has been mentioned a few times from the scouts as a top target, and I don't know. Maybe it's me missing something. I mean, he looks decent, but potentially I am missing something here about this guy. But maybe it's a chance of getting someone in for free and selling to make some money. But worth a try if it's free. Just a bit of wage a week, isn't it? So Juventus have come calling. I did not apply for the job, but let's attend the interview anyway. The board impressed with your fantastic performance at Havre AC, which is why we have identified you as one of our top candidates. One of the reasons the board have decided to offer you an interview is because they feel you've been an acceptable fit for the club's realistic vision for the future. This is mainly a result of your very strong commitment towards signing first team players no older than 23. The interview will give the board the opportunity to discuss their ambitions and plans with you in more detail, so we reinforce our belief in your suitability for the role. So let's attend the interview then. We're very excited to speak to you. We would like to discuss our plans and visions and get your views on. It's great to be here. Are you worried about not being able to speak the language? Football is something of universal language, I'll say. Can you raise our concerns that you have never managed in this country? I'll say I've been keen to manage in the country. I don't want the job anyway, I just want to do the interview. You've so far only managed one team throughout your career. Is this a good or bad thing? There isn't much loyalty left in football, but I think it reflects well on me that I've shown plenty of it. What do you think makes you suitable to managing a club of this stature? Well, I spent the majority of my career building up considerable experience with smaller clubs in preparation for our opportunity with a bigger team. I hope to get that chance here. Are you willing to show us that you do a better job of meeting expectations than your potential predecessor did? I'll back myself. This club has been underperforming for far too long. Are you the right person to turn things round? I think I am. But what I don't think the club is underperforming, and given the chance, I could take this further. No. I back myself to come in and make an immediate difference. We would like to know, when do you intend to establish yourself as the club's manager? Are you able to take charge now, or do you need more time to join the club? I'm ready as you need me. Would you be comfortable working with Ortolin as our director of football? I'm happy to work with him. If hired, would you expect you to challenge for the UEFA Champions League qualifying? Do you think you could do better than that? If given the job, I would hope to do slightly better than is expected of me and challenge for the league title. Actually, I'll just agree. We'll agree to that. We are currently giving you a budget of 384k. Crikey, I've got more money in France. I'll just agree. Yeah, I'll agree to that word. That's fine. Do you have any quests for us to consider in order to help the club move forward? No, I don't think so. That's just about everything. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak to you. We'll now go away and review the process before determining whether or not to extend an offer to you. Good luck. We'll be in touch soon. Well, good to do the interview. It's nice that clubs like Juventus are calling for us, but we're staying at Le Havre, aren't we? So one bit of bad news. Bayat Liquori has accepted Dortmund over ourselves. Would have been nice to get him, but it's not end of the world to be honest, because I don't think he's all that, but I could be completely wrong there. So 2 bits of update. Vukitic is going to go to Hertha Berlin, 12.75 million, which is a good fee. And then we also lost the goalkeeper, my second choice, if I remember him, Moldovan. He's gone to Al Khalid, which I assume is Saudi Arabia. It is. He was pretty terrible to be honest. So we're just going to run with the 2 keepers for this season. I'm not going to bother getting a better second choice. And now for the second bit of news. The board requests meetings to discuss your future. The board would like to hold a meeting in order to discuss your future at the club. We understand that it's interest in you from other clubs and would like to discuss terms to keep you at the club. And as you can see here, Juventus have offered me the job to replace Ole Werner, who is currently the Leipzig manager, IRL, I believe. Yep. So, quite nice to get approached by Juventus. So, where are they in the league? They are 9th, which is horrific. Not too far off the Champions League, really. So, it is tempting, I can't lie, but we've got to attend the meeting with the board. See if we can get some more scouts, because I'm sick of requesting scouts and them not giving me them. So, there isn't really anything we can do. Maybe ask for more transfer budget. Right, so they're giving me a better transfer budget. So, to 13 million. That's quite good. I think that's an increase of 4 million, I believe, because we bought the Kenyan midfielder. I'll redirect Juventus. And we stay at Le Havre. And also one bit of news, as you can see on the screen here. We lost 4-0 to PSG. Expected, but I just don't think we're good enough at all this season. I feel like we've took a big step back, which is a shame really, but I'm going to blame myself on that. So I am looking at changing this team altogether in the January/summer. And I've done a bid for Alvin Sanchez. Unfortunately, he has a release cost of 14.5 million, and that's all they want. They won't do a down payment. He looks very good. He's got a lot of good traits. Moves channel, gets forward whenever possible. Gets to opposition area, runs with the ball through the centre. I think he'd be really good in central midfield, and I think it's like a realistic signing. As I always say, I want to keep it realistic. He's having a good season in Switzerland. 4 goals, 2 assists. So, I don't know. We're getting the money from Vukitic, aren't we? Which is 12.75 million, roughly all up front. And that's that could be a great replacement. I might consider it. I think I'll do the deal for now, but things might change. So Sanchez has joined, so that makes our January transfer window incomings to 2, and that potentially might be it, unless I decide to move for a left back. And we have decided to make the move for the left back. Mateo Perez-Vinloff, he has been on my shortlist for since the week before we played Zagreb, when I had a little look at the squad, because there is a Spanish centre back there who I did like the look of as well. We have made the move for Vinloff, and unfortunately we have to pay the full fee up front in a release cost of 9.5 million. It is what it is, but I think he'll be a decent signing. And we have just rejected a bid for Union Berlin for Noah Mbamba. Not a bad fee, to be honest. It was about 5 to 6 million, so it wasn't the worst. But we're going to keep Mbamba, to be honest with you. Bit of squad depth. Maybe he'll go in the summer, but ideally we'll keep him. But we have San Mateo Perez Vinlov, so what we'll do is play Athletic Club now, which is going to be a tough game with others making the sale of Vukotic, so one less player. So let's see how we get on in Bilbao. So time for Athletic Club away. I'm not expecting much, to be honest with you. I think now it's all about really next season, to be honest with you. Still got a lot to play for. We're still in the title race, but I don't think we'll get near it, to be honest with you. As long as we can try to get Champions League, which I think we will, and unfortunately we haven't got the players registered for this phase who we've brought in, so I thought we could normally register them, but apparently not. So let's see how we get. Emerson is back as well. He played against PSG. I think we'll sell Emerson in the summer though, unless he improves towards the end of the season after injury. But let's see what happens. Corner, Becker to take. Cross it in back post. Mane, can he shoot? Mane? He does. 1-0. Honestly, this season, Mane's been the standout. Did really well there to take on the defender. Poor defending though by Athletic Club. Sells. Who is that? Guruzetto, he's a striker to be fair, and I don't know who's that. That's Nico Williams. Poor defending from the two attacking players for Athletic Club, but we take a 1-0 lead. Zhao playing out from the back, Dwyer into Ozeki. Ozeki all the time in the world, but terrible ball. Nico Williams to Inaki Williams. Through to Guruzetto. I think that's well offside. We should have done better. That was nice how we built from the back. Yeah, but that was nice how we built from the back. Ozeki had all that space, but just gave the ball away cheaply. A bit of a let off there. Zhao throws it out wide to Becker. Back to Zhao. Bit risky going back. Balog, Lons, Balog. Drives forward, Valencic. Lons to Ozeki. Over top to Emerson. Emerson to Romero. Oh my god, Emerson, I think Romero passed it back to Emerson then. It's a good save by Unai, I assume it is Unai Simon. Should have made 2-0. Well, it's half time, and we are delighted with this performance, to be honest with you. We should be 2 up. Inaki Williams, Areso, Paredes, to Urco Gonzalez, shoot. Good save by Zhao. Well, into the 60th minute mark, and nothing has happened since that last effort by Athletic Club. To be honest with you, I'm really happy with this. Honestly, I'll take no highlights. We're in the 70th minute as well, and still no highlights. So what we'll do is we will make 1 or 2 changes. We'll bring Asadi on, take Emerson off for Kostic, and bring on Durdov for Romero. We will bring... do I bring on... I think we'll put Ozeki deeper, and we'll bring Urbanski on for central midfield as well. That's what we'll do. And I think we'll also take off Dwyer for Sangante. Dwyer seems to have fitness issues a lot of the time. Well, 5 minutes to go in Bilbao, and generally there's been no highlights since that effort, which was saved by Zhao, and that was like 47th minute. What a boring game, but looks like we're going to take 3 points back to France. Unless anything happens here. Hopefully to us. Urbanski over the ball with a free kick. Anytime now. Shoots. Over the bar. And that is it. Full time. I apologise for no highlights, but yeah. That was one of the most boring games we've had all season, but we get 3 points in the Champions League at Bilbao. Wow. So looking at the league standings, we have guaranteed playoffs, which is fantastic. I'm not sure how it works. Could I rest players for Salzburg? I'm not too sure. I might rest players because I'm not sure if it matters too much with all these who you play, but there's some tough teams in here. However, could we get into the top? No, we've got no chance. No, we've got no chance. We'd have to hope none of these get 3 points. When it gets close to the Salzburg game, I'll have a look at Atletico and Man City and also these three teams here, who they are playing, to see if we need to go full strength. But yeah, very pleasing win, even though nothing happened. So it's almost time for Salzburg in the Champions League, where I will probably rotate the players. We just had a 2-2 draw at Metz, and to be honest, I'm amazed we drew. We completely dominated the game, chance-wise. They dominated the possession, but we had chance after chance after chance and didn't take it, as you can see with our 2.17 XG. And we ended up conceding in the 88th minute, so very disappointing. But I just don't know what I'd think of this team. We just, one game we're amazing, we're comfortable, then the next we're just terrible. So Salzburg at home, hopefully we can see a bit of a performance. I have rotated heavily due to players' tiredness as well, to be honest with you, and to give some players some minutes as well. So hopefully we can do something though. Will be end of the world, sorry, if we don't get a result, but would be nice to get some funds into the club as well. But yeah, home to RB Salzburg. Jao with the goal kick. Plays out to Sangante. Brings it forward. Goes long to Urbanski. Effort from Salzburg. Good save by the goalkeeper. I think it was going wide though. We're 25 minutes in almost, and that was the only chance of the game so far on the highlights to Salzburg from our own doing. So yeah, a bit of a ball game so far again. So we are approaching half-time 0-0 as well, and that is only the highlight so far of the game again. That effort from Salzburg, which is disappointing, but we've not done anything of note, but I kind of expected it with a heavily rotated team. So into the second half now, and I think what we'll do is, we have a few players who we may give some minutes to be honest. Emerson could do with some minutes, and to be honest, could do with a goal. Is there anyone else? Well, Emerson did score against Metz, but now we'll give Kostic the full game. I think we'll leave the team as it is. Duaf returning to Havre. Diakata, Durdov. Kostic, Durdov. Back to Balog. Out wide to Decore. Can he get that ball? Or has he got there? Durdov has got there. Open goal. Oh, blocked by Salzburg. A bit of a chance that out and off in poor goalkeeping from the Salzburg goalkeeper. But it looks like it's going to be a drab 0-0 on the highlights again. Nothing of note. I've done 2 or 3 substitutions for our team. We've took off Balog and brought on Dway because ideally we don't Balog playing the full game. But Ozeki on the ball here. Asadi to Kostic to Durdov. Shoots just wide. And then we took Lawns off and brought on Mbamba. So it looks like it's going to be 0-0 at home to Salzburg. Another boring game, but unless Durdov drives forward. Gets a crossing. Goalkeeper claims. Bit of a poor cross. He could have probably gone further forward, but Dway to Durdov. Mbamba. Decore. Urbanski. Urbanski downline to Kostic, and he does score, but it's offside. I'm pretty convinced that he's offside. A lovely finish, though. And it's disallowed. Lovely finish by Kostic, to be fair to him. But that is going to be it, unless a highlight comes in. Yeah, disappointing to draw 0-0 at home, but I don't mind too much when we put a second team out there. So that's going to be it for this episode. We was going to do the Lyon game, but I'll explain why we aren't doing the Lyon game. But we beat Stade de Reims at home 3-1. A very good win. We could have scored more goals. Disappointed not to keep a clean sheet or get a 4th and 5th goal, but good win regardless. We then travelled to Toulouse away, who were bottom of the table, and we got off to the perfect start, being 2-0 up after 15 minutes, and then getting a 3rd goal not so long after. Bit of a worry conceding though later on, but we managed to, again after conceding, get another goal to basically clinch the victory. Then Toulouse got a consolation goal, but at half-time we run the changes around. So as I said earlier, not long ago, that we was going to do the Lyon game on the video, but instead, with us having the playoff and the playoff falling between the Lyon game, we may as well do the playoff game. And we have got Eintracht Frankfurt. So that'll be it for this episode. And the next episode, we will do Frankfurt, both games, and either Lyon and Nice. But yeah, thanks for watching this episode. Hope you enjoyed.